Hello listeners and fellow Game Pass fans, get yourself set and ready for your favourite unofficial Game Pass podcast, Game Pass News. So I'll hand you over to Nick and Sean and get the show started.
Welcome to Game Pass News, recorded live Thursday, September 21st. I'm Nick Tendo. My guest, Bruce, the Poutine Jedi Master, and I are about to fill your brain with all this week's bits and bobs of Xbox, like Xbox's leaky boat, Unity, not so unified, and all the Tokyo goodies dropped earlier today. You better sit down. You better buckle up, because Game Pass News is one crazy ride.
Let's look at the funk.
Welcome to today's show. We just want to take a moment to thank Magic Mind for sponsoring the show and all you guys for supporting us too, and to remind you to stay connected with all things Game Pass News. You can find us pretty much on every social networking app. Just search Game Pass News. Have any thoughts or questions? Don't hesitate to shoot us an email at gamepassnewscast@gmail.com. If you're liking what you're hearing, we'd love it if you could leave us a review on your go-to podcast platform. It really helps us grow and reach more fans like Bruce right here. Bruce, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Bruce is such an awesome fan that he has cashed in his points, which he told me doesn't actually count because there's not both of us here. Dang fine print, it got us. How you doing, man?
I'm great. I'm excited for all this news and gossip.
I know. So if you're a regular, you might be like, wow, Bruce, Sean changed his name and grew hair. And oh my gosh, look, he's so much different. That's crazy. No, Sean is sending himself down hills on two wheels because he's a mountain bike guy, as many of you know. And so he's on a trip and he's doing that thing. And we really hope that he's safe. But we know already that he kind of had a little spill. So we wish him the best on getting healthy quick. So that is where my longtime co-host is, but I am so glad that the fill-in is Bruce, and Bruce. We have a lot to talk about, so let's jump on into the Game Pass headlines. All right. Starting out last week, since the last time we recorded Lies of P, this is a Dark Souls take on Pinocchio. I played it for 30 minutes and it kicked my A. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And I said, no, thank you. It's another Elden Ring-like, and whew, man, it is tough. But it was, I appreciate what it is. And if you're a Dark Souls fan, you should check it out. You ever played any of the Dark Souls game, Bruce?
No, I never had the chance. Because my mindset was never in those games.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I've played Elden Ring, and now I have played Pinocchio, Lies of P. And, man, both of those, they're not for me either. That's not where mine is either. But a game I have played and absolutely loved came out yesterday, Party Animals. If you're a Gang Beasts fan, you need to try this out. Cute animals beating each other up in all kinds of weird places. I was on a bridge. I was playing soccer. I did something else that I can't remember. There's bombs. There's guns you pick up. You try to throw people off the edge. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. So it was out as of yesterday. Free with Game Pass, of course. We don't talk about anything else. You should give it a shot. I absolutely loved it. It's adorable, beat up fun. I have not got my kids involved yet to take a look at it, but I really want them to see it and to get a feel for what they think about it.
It resembles a bit, what do you call those guys that fall down? Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. You should have named it. I like that better. That should have been the name of it. Guys That Fall Down. I like that better. Yeah, no, it does. It's like a Fall Guys meets Gang Beasts. Have you ever played that game? My kids absolutely love it. It's wonky physics.
Gang Beasts? No.
Yeah, it's these wonky physics, and like each button is an arm, and you grab a person and you lift them up.
I've played games like that, but it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for it.
I totally get that, Bruce. My son in Gang Beasts can climb anything. I swear it makes me very upset. He knows how to climb with the little wonky physic arms. I can't figure it out. Whatever. But Party Animals is a lot of fun, and I think kiddos would love it. If you should probably take a look at it first, because there is some beating up and shooting, but no blood or anything like that. But it might be something you want to show your kiddos if you think they're of age. Next came out today, Payday, much anticipated. Payday 3, by the way, much anticipated sequel to one of the most popular co-op shooters ever. Since its release, Payday players have been reveling in the thrill of a perfectly planned, executed heist. Step out of retirement into the life of crime in the shoes of the Payday gang, the envy of their peers, and the nighttime of law enforcement wherever they go. Payday 3 out today. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I'd like to. Co-op heist shooter. Ever played any of them, Bruce?
No, I can't say I have. I wouldn't mind it, but right now at this time I don't have any Game Pass because I had too many games to play. So
That's fair.
when I get Game Pass, I'm probably going to have Game Pass this winter. I'll be more
Yeah.
inside the house.
Sure.
So I will definitely give it a try.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Coming next month, let me get this open here. Cocoon is available day 1 on Game Pass, coming to console and PC, available September 29th, so 8 days from now, so not until next week, from Jeppe Carlsen. Sorry if I said your name wrong. The lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside, Cocoon takes you on an adventure across worlds within worlds, master world-leaping mechanics to unravel a cosmic mystery. How many times can you say world in one description? I love Limbo and I loved Inside, so I will gladly try this and see what I think. I remember it was an indie showcase, not an indie showcase. It was a showcase title. Looked cool, looked a little crazy, but I would certainly give it a shot. Last game coming that we will talk about, not coming till October 3rd, so a little ways out, but a beloved title coming everywhere, Gotham Knights. Batman is dead. A new expansive crime underworld has swept the streets of Gotham City. It is now up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham, bring hope to its citizens, discipline to its cops, and fear to its criminals. Also, man, we are so loaded. We're so loaded with games. Like you're saying, Bruce, you have too many games to play and you don't have Game Pass. Man, if you have Game Pass, you're just like, it's a nightmare to try to stay on one title for any time period.
Yeah, it would take like half an hour to even think of choosing a game.
Right? You are not wrong, sir. Analysis paralysis is real for us subs right now. Titles
Is Gotham Knights the one that had a lot of problems?
It did, yeah. It had a comeback story, kind of. I think it's much better than obviously it was when it released. Yeah, the analysis paralysis is real for us, no doubt. And so I heard many people excited to play this game. Again, it's a game I'd love to dip into and take a look at. Will I beat it? Heck, probably not. Nope, it's just absolutely nuts. Mo Spankins is going to jump on in. Mo Spankins, thank you for being in chat. Really appreciate you. So that is the games that are from out last week, this week, and coming out soon in the month ahead. New Game Pass games announced. We had a lot of announcements this morning. Well, this morning for us. I think it was yesterday evening for Tokyo. Lots of time warp stuff going on here. I'm trying to keep up. Tokyo Games, Ace Attorney. I'm going to walk through these. If you want to talk about any of these, you just jump right in. Because to be honest, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright coming out September 26th. So actually, that's coming out before. I didn't really think about that. That should have been in our coming soon. That's coming out before before Cocoon and Gotham Knights. Exoprimal
Ace Attorney.
Yeah,
sorry.
No,
Ace Attorney looks very interesting because it's a lawyer thing, and that series always interests me. Even on looking at the games on the 3DS, even then it looked interesting, but I never pulled the trigger on it. But since it's going to be on Game Pass, it's hard to say no, even to try.
Yeah, and that's the one where you're figuring it out, and then you're in the courtroom too. Is that right? I mean, Ace Attorney. Yeah. I'm going to shut up now. I sound dumb. Never mind. Obviously, Ace
you're a detective. Attorney. You're a lawyer. You get to stand up and yell.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does sound fun. Exoprimal 2, 10/18/23 coming out. So now we're more than a month out. Miniko's Night Market Bruce, do you know about this game?
Well, you've mentioned it many times.
Okay. I figured I probably this game just blows my mind. I cannot wait to play this game. I wanted to play this game before I wanted to play Animal Crossing. You're talking this game is like the first time I saw this game was like 6 years ago. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to like it. I just want to play it because of the history and journey we have had. My youngest was 1 year old, obviously now 7, was 1 year old the first time I saw this game. I mean,
Really?
it just blows my mind how long this game has been in development. Maybe not in development, but that we have actually seen it. I mean, it's just crazy. So, Miniko's Night Market, October 26th. I am super excited to play this game.
What is it about?
So you are a cat, and you have to try to find. Man, you see, I don't even remember anymore. I saw it like 100 years ago. I was like, I want to play it before Animal Crossing come out. It's just think that feels like so long ago. Let me get to it here. We got a thing. I just got to get down to it. Okay, Miniko's Night Market. This adorable social simulation is coming to Xbox. Yes. New gameplay showed off how the game will allow you to scavenge for materials, craft them, and sell them at your market stall, all while building relationships with characters around you. So it's like a relationship sim and a shopping sim. Yeah, and are you a cat? Maybe you're not a cat. Maybe you're trying to find the
Looks
cat,
like
and you're the
holding
girl.
a cat.
Yeah, you're the girl that apparently loves cats because she's got 2 in her hands. Yeah, it's been so long since I even see. It's just crazy.
It looks cute.
Yeah.
Is it at least updated?
It's never been out. I don't believe so.
What?
No.
Oh, so it's been talked about for 7 years, 6
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's coming out
that's
right
what
to
blows
Game
my
Pass.
mind.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's what blows my mind. It's been in so many Nintendo Indies showcases. It's crazy.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Please do not get delayed. All right, then we hit a Like a Dragon Fiesta, Like a Dragon Gaiden, Like a Dragon Ishin, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Gaiden comes out November 9th. Like a Dragon Ishin comes out 2023. I find that very funny that they don't know when it's coming out, even though 2023 only has 2 months left. And then Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is coming out January 26th, 2024. So
I never touched on any of those games.
You've never touched any of them?
No.
I played Yakuza Like a Dragon. I played probably about halfway through, and then it was one of the games where I was trying to stream the entire game. So every other night I'd come down here and try to stream it, and then it just became too much work, and I dropped it, and I never went back to it, and I never did that again. There's a lot of reading.
The game or the stream?
No, that game. I never came back to the stream with the game or the game itself. I just dropped the whole thing. Like a Dragon Ishin. Let's see. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, tells the story of the once legendary Yakuza Kazuma Kiro. Sorry if I slaughtered that. A man who faked his own death and abandoned his name for the sake of protecting his own family. Like a Dragon Ishin is a samurai epic that launched on Xbox earlier this year. Okay, so this is already out. Ishin's already out. It's just now going to be coming to Game Pass.
Why are there so many at the same time? Is there something special coming?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That is a great question. So Ishin's already out on Xbox, but now it's going to be out on Game Pass later this year.
So all the games were available on Xbox before.
I don't know if Gaiden was or not.
Nevertheless, they're all going to be at one after another, it seems.
Yeah, they're all there now. So yeah, I am not 100%. We used to have, so this is a spin-off, as I guess I would say it, of the Yakuza series. And we had all the Yakuza games at one point, 1 through 6. And then they slowly fell off of Game Pass and didn't come back. So now I guess it is only fitting that now they're bringing back the Like a Dragon games. So, or they're bringing all the Like a Dragon games to Game Pass, all the spin-offs basically. So there you go. Persona 5 Tactica coming out November 17th, 2023. Persona 3 Reload coming out February 2nd, 2024. We knew these games were coming to Game Pass. These are kind of just updates. I don't know if we had dates, but now we do.
Yeah, there weren't any dates yet.
Yeah. Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, April 23rd, 2024. This is a game we knew. Yeah, this is a game we knew that was coming. It's a turn-based RPG, but we didn't know a date. I know that for sure. Actually, the last we heard, it was coming out this year. So now that's gotten an actual date and it's pushed to April 23rd, 2024. And then we had 2 DLCs mentioned at the Tokyo Game Show. Ori will be joining Party Animals. I'm not gonna lie, I'm torn on this one.
It looks so cute. I saw the trailer today.
No, but I really like Ori, and I don't want to have to beat him up. I like Ori, and I like the friend, and don't make me beat him up. I don't know. I'm torn.
You're not going to beat up Ori. You could be Ori, can't you?
Well, you could, but somebody else is going to be Ori too, probably, and I'm going to have to beat him up. So, I don't know. I'm somewhat torn on this one. I'm not going to lie. It's stupid torn, but I'm still torn.
You're going to try it anyways.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm totally gonna try it. Yeah, I gotta complain about something, Bruce. I mean, come on. Fallout 76. There's a content update. Atlantic City coming out December 5th, 2023. And I don't play Fallout 76, but for those of you who do,
me neither.
I'm very happy for you.
What happened to 1 to 7.5?
You what?
What happened to Fallout 1 to 75?
That is a great question. They all went to the trash bin. So the development issues. It's a rough road. It's totally not true. So anybody who don't take that to be truth, I totally just made that.
They
crap
fell out.
Yeah. Oh man, the jokes are real up here. Leaving. I'm sorry. Well, first off, that is the end of the Tokyo Game Show. Man, they said they were coming out and they had a lot of games to announce, a lot of Game Pass games. So let me just say that was
just Game Pass.
Yeah, great point. That is not all the games, just Game Pass games. So there you go. I'm interested to see. I will say, looking at this list, Miniko's Night Market, that's me. Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, I might try that. That's about it.
That's out of that list. Ace Attorney actually is the one that makes me want to get Game Pass. My wife was a lawyer, so she's interested into these games as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, see, then you can now you got the wife's permission, right? You're like, hey, listen, Ace Attorney, we got to get it now, right, honey? See, there you go.
Yeah.
See if that works. Leaving September 30th, so you still got 8 days to beat it or buy it. Remember, if you buy it, you get 20% off with your Game Pass subscription. But once they're gone, your 20% discount is also gone. Beacon Pines. That is actually a really good narrative, kind of cute horror game. I don't know if horror is the right word, but thriller game maybe. Despot's Game, Last Call, BBS. I tried to play that and it was Jesse type of game and I got lost and I had to have Jesse tell me what BBS stood for. It was a thing. Moon Scars is a Dark Souls like. Outriders, which is a surprise to leave, but I think Outriders 2 is on the way in, so it makes sense that Outriders is on the way out. Proteus, don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about that? Proteus?
No, but I love your Outriders on the way out.
Oh, see, I make this crap up and I don't even know it half the time, Bruce. I'm glad somebody's there to call me out on it. Shenzhen IO and Weird West. Weird West, man, that is such a fun top-down cowboy, like Wild West shooter. But then I was having so much fun being this like chick.
Did it get weird?
Yes. And I was kind of thinking, to be honest, Bruce, I was like thinking, this isn't that weird. And then I'm like, I feel like, wow, it's a short game. I'm almost to the end. And then I get to the point where I'm to the end with her, and then weird shit happens. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And it kind of lost me. Not kind of. It literally lost me. So I put it down, and I was like, nah, I'm done. Thanks. So anyways, those are your games. Leaving September 30th. Beat them or buy them. 20%. Buy in the next 8 days. Are you sad to see any of these go, Bruce?
All I hear is crickets.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I hear crickets sometimes too. Before we move on to the X feed, I would like to tell you a bit about Magic Mind. Hey there, Game Pass news aficionados. Before we jump into the juicy X feed, let's spill the tea on our go-to life hack, Magic Mind. You know those afternoon crashes where cookies start calling your name? Happens to me quite often. Yep, we get it. That's where Magic Mind comes in. This drinkable wonder is loaded with organic lion's mane mushrooms and a mix of vitamins C, B, and D3. It's like unlocking a secret level of focus and energy. Just like Game Pass revolutionized our gaming, Magic Mind is leveling up our daily grind. Whether it's gaming marathons or burning the midnight oil, this little potion has got us covered. Ready to try it out? Head to magicmind.com/Game Pass News and use our promo code Game Pass 20 for an exclusive deal. Remember, it's not just magic, it's Magic Mind. To the X feed, Bruce. Wow, top stories it is. I don't know why this is here. I think we thought Payday wasn't out yet, but I don't think we need to talk about release times for Payday because that's today. So we'll just act like that wasn't ever there. Bruce, talk to me about this Unity fee schedule thing, man. What is going on? Give me the lowdown.
Well, I don't know the lowdown. What I know is they're going to charge per install. What they want to do is charge per install on all platforms and any game that uses Unity. So in my head, it's like, really? So if it seems that if you delete the game, reinstall the game, the dev gets charged.
Sure.
After a certain amount of time, after a certain amount, they have I don't know the numbers exactly, but after a while, they get charged after usage. I find that insane. That's going to hurt the devs, and the devs are not happy.
Right.
They're up in arms and fire on the internet. It irks me as a player because if devs are talking about removing their games from platforms and subscriptions. I don't know if they can remove games from subscriptions because don't they have contracts?
Right, yeah.
But if they actually remove the games, do the games get removed from the platform, and do we lose the digital rights? That's what's scary to me because no one talked about that yet. I've been reading and watching videos about that because if I play a game that's developed in Unity and that Unity game gets removed, do I still have access? So that's what irks me the most is having access to that game, because when you buy a digital game or a digital movie or anything, it always says in the fine print in the bottom somewhere that when you purchase this, the provider may remove or replace the movie. It has happened to me with Apple. The movie would just disappear and another movie would appear. It's like, what happened there? But can that happen with video games? That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
And I actually reached out to a game dev recently, actually today. His name is Evan, and he is the a developer of I forgot the name of the games. Well,
let me
sorry
see.
about this. I'm having a brain fart.
No, you're fine.
I'm looking back here.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing 'cause you were telling me about it. Dead Drop Studios.
Yes, at Dead Drop Studios, and all transparency, I backed his Kickstarter for the new game in a couple of years, and so I asked him about that because I knew that he had Unity and his other previous games are through Unity. So I asked him about that. I hit him up about that, asked him if he would talk to me about that because I was coming onto this show today. He says he's not happy. It looks bad. He said the devs are not going to be happy with this. He's not happy with this. Where's the quote? Sorry, I wasn't ready for this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, this publishers are. Did you read anything about this? About publishers planning to remove their games?
Yeah. So what I mean I've read a couple of articles. What I see here is that Unity is introducing a new fee attached to game installs as high as 20%. This affects some of the notable games being Massive Monster with Cult of the Lamb and Inner Sloth with huge game Among Us. Also,
Hmm.
notable game coming out soon, Another Crab's Treasure. They're concerned because they have an Xbox Game Pass release for that game in 2024, and they're afraid that they could be subject to major financial penalties due to the millions and millions of Game Pass users who could potentially install the game. I mean, so 20 million. Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of a million people. If you get charged if a million people download your game and it's 20 cents, I feel like that's easy math. That's just not in my head. I don't know.
There are some games that you could have
200,000.
on your
There you
PC, or you go to your Xbox, or on your phone,
Yeah.
or a Rogue Ally. That's per install. That's just one person.
Yeah.
It's crazy. A lot of people have Game Pass, and they would have to install games. So he had said, for the super small guys, it is too expensive to buy Unity Pro to make a proper release. And if they hit the sales, hit a sales success, they'll owe a ton of runtime installs. For mid-range people like us, we're hit both by Unity Plus going away and Unity Pro becoming the de facto standard, which is more expensive.
Hmm.
And yeah, install fees will hurt us as well. And for the AA indies selling millions of dollars worth of stuff, they can afford Unity Pro, but the install fees will cripple them.
Yeah.
So that's from a dev himself. And what happened with him, he had Dead Drop Studios did function with Unity, but all of a sudden at the beginning, he producing his new game, he decided to switch to the RE engine, RE5.
Mm-hmm.
And he did he did a good idea. He had a good idea to switch over because look what's going to be happening.
Sure.
Do you think they're going to switch over? Do you think they're going to fall back?
I think you could have some that decide to switch for sure. So I'm just looking at there's a Wario64 out here has a list. Unity runtime fee thresholds to be met. So I'm trying to understand this. $1 million the last 12 months. Unity runtime fee threshold to be met. That's not how much they're paying, right? That'd be ridiculous. That can't be how much they're paying. I mean, it could be. We're having another million conversation here, guys. This is what we do here. $1 million. Could be $1 million. Is it $1 billion? I don't know. Who knows? So what I see here is for the Unity Personal and Unity Plus, they're paying 20 cents per install, and then Unity Pro is 15 cents per install for 100,000. Then once you get above $1 million, they pay 2 cents per install. So they're trying to help people out with larger amounts, but that's a lot of money. And Unity Enterprise, I don't know enough about this to know. I really don't. It's not
it
good.
Seems that the CEO,
sure.
The boss, was with other companies, and he made them turn around and fail. Wasn't he with EA? He was with EA, and then he wanted the company to charge more in the what do you call those extras, the hidden fees, not hidden fees, but
like
those charges that EA
like mini transactions,
microtransactions. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He wanted for them to double more, and even EA thought it was crazy. He ended up leaving because they forced him out. But so it seems that every company he was with in the past had issues, and it seems that he sold some. He's very sketchy, the CEO. He sold some shares of the company, and then announced this.
Yeah, it's
Where's
so
the
you're
FTC?
Right. John
Where's
Ricci.
the FTC? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
They're attacking Xbox for wanting to be bigger, and this guy's going around snaking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Riccitellia. You're right. So he was
That's it.
he was last from, I don't know if I probably slaughtered his last name. That's what you get, John. Be a jerk and I'll slaughter your last name. He said, yeah, he was with EA last and now that's where he's at. So now I will say, as of there was a little bit, Unity vows to make changes in response to confusion and angst from developers. So um trying to see who, somebody from Unity Twitter. Oh, just Unity Twitter, Unity's Twitter account or X account, whatever you want to call it. We have heard you. We apologize for the confusion and angst the runtime fee policy we announced on Tuesday caused. We are listening, talking to our team members, community, customers, and partners, and we'll be making changes to the policy. We will share an update in a couple of days. Thank you for your honest, critical feedback. So we'll see. We'll see if that's all just hot air or if they got something that they're really going to change out of this.
That's just legal jumble.
Well, yeah. At this point, you're right. At this point, that's exactly what it is. If there's no teeth behind it in a couple of days, then yep, that's exactly right. Yes,
No, there's
Antonio.
no wait.
Sean took a magic potion and he grew hair, and also changed his voice a bit. And there you go. There, what else do you need?
The accent.
No. Sean is on a bike trip, as we've said, and in place is Mr. Just Being Bruce. And we are so glad that he's just here with us. So that is the Unity scoop at the moment. What's been going on there and what is going on there. News, that's really our only top story because our feature story is chunky. News bulletins, really quick. Xbox enters the world of Formula One with new BWT Alpine partnership. I have no idea what that means because that's a Sean Abbott thing. So maybe he can talk more about that when he's on. Octopath Traveler 2 is coming to Xbox. Woo! It's a Tokyo Game Show thing. Early 2024. And good news, 75% of people are awesome just like me and bought the Xbox S because that's what you should do. Bruce here too. Look it. We're 100% of the 75% awesome people. There you have it. On to our feature story. This one's a big one. So there was this small FTC court case, and the FTC court case with Xbox about the Activision merger. They said, hey, listen, we need to see your documents. You should send us a link to your documents, and you should encrypt those documents because we're going to send them up to the cloud. Be sure to do that. And apparently Microsoft said, nah, it's okay. We're fine. We'll just send this to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. And so the court did exactly what they said they'd do, which was to upload it to the public cloud, all those unredacted documents. And so now we know at least what Xbox was going to do a few years ago. And it's a pretty, I would say, big oops. Phil Spencer's statement that he responded to us was, we've seen the conversation. I don't know about Phil's timeline, but I can tell you my timeline was a bit more than a conversation. We've seen the
I don't
conversation
think
around.
he just said oops.
Yeah, it could have just been an oops. We've seen the conversation around old emails and documents. It is hard to see our team's work shared in this way because so much has changed and there's so much to be excited about right now. And in the future, we will share the real plans, the real story, when we are ready. I added the real story. That was Nick's edition. Let's jump
I
in.
agree with that.
What?
Sorry. I agree with that. The real story, meaning that's old, and what's happening now is completely different.
Yeah, I would agree. So there's three pieces here. We're going to jump into what is the first piece, and that is the Bethesda release schedule. Obviously, the most interesting thing here is this is obviously not how it went down. Not even close. So Starfield was supposed to be out. When was Starfield was supposed to be out 2 years ago, and Redfall also. And in 9 months, we should be getting Elder Scrolls 6. Well, friends, that's not what happened. So, I mean, if you ever want to see why 2022 was a shitstorm, all you have to do is look and see what happened with all these things. Starfield dropped. Starfield got pushed. Redfall got pushed. Doom, Ghostwire Tokyo wasn't out then. Project Hibiki. I don't know if that was a thing. Indiana Jones game didn't come out. I mean, their release calendar just took a shit. That is one of the most interesting pieces of this calendar to me. I don't know. So what do you think, Bruce?
They, yeah, I'm not going to repeat what you said, but it's true. It was a big poop. Something happened.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to always point the fingers to COVID, but there is something in between there. It's not just COVID. There's other things that were involved we don't know of. Somebody changed their minds. Somebody did this. Somebody did that. But I think this is a bit more than COVID in there, and ideas were shifted. Teams were probably pushed over to Starfield and stopped on other games.
Yeah, that's probably true. And Arcane got the raw end of the deal probably because everybody that was going to help out with Redfall all of a sudden went to Starfield because it was all hands on deck for Starfield. Yeah, it is.
It was 10 years in progress already, so
yeah,
they needed to push it out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so here's some of the special things that we didn't know. We got a Fallout 3 remaster apparently in the works, according to this. We have a new Doom game that might be coming out. So there's an Oblivion remaster that might be coming out. So there's a lot of stuff here that is interesting. It's interesting to see that Starfield DLC is on track for where we expect it to be. I mean, on track for a year now. They've said they would release it within a year of Starfield. And so on the calendar, it's also within a year. It just happens to be instead of 2022, 2024. So there's some cool things here, but it's interesting. If you're them, do you change anything up, Bruce? Are you like, well, we gotta keep things fresh. Like, do you switch the calendar up at all?
Oh yeah, especially if it's leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta move things around. If something else ready, that's supposed to be for later on, send it now, and keep the other stuff aside. Move it. I would move it around just to mess with people.
Yeah, I would too.
Nintendo's done that in the past.
Yeah.
Something was leaked, and people were expecting it to be out on that certain day. It was not. 3 months later, it was dropped. So I believe it's going to be all rescheduled on purpose.
Yep. I would agree that there is some real truth to that, for sure. So the next piece that came out of here, and if I'm gonna be honest, oh wait, nope, sorry, we're gonna go console first. So the next thing that got dropped is the discless Xbox Series X, and in my opinion, this is the worst thing that got dropped for Xbox. And I mean, I am a case of why. So I'm sitting here with an S. I'm saying, I don't know. I could update. Kind of interested to see what Switch 2 looks like. What's going to happen there? But I could update. And updating does sound like a pretty good idea. So I'm thinking, do I get the X? Do I get the new S? What do I do? Then this drops. Well, guess what? Now I'm like, nah. I think I really want to see if this is what they say it is, and if it is, I'll wait for this. Like, I think this hurts Xbox the most when it comes to sales.
It will, because even though it's not going to come out anytime soon, if it does come out, it's going to hinder sales for sure. It's like the Nintendo Switch Part 2 is going to come out soon, but it's not. So people are not going to. Everybody's going to slow down on purchasing or think again before upgrading, like a Series S, 500 gig to 1 terabyte, the Black Series S. People won't even think about buying that one now because something's around the corner.
Yeah, I totally agree. So let's go over a little bit of what we got here. This is codenamed Brooklyn. It's an Xbox Series X refresh. It's discless. It'll deliver 4K. It's cylindrical. Hard to tell how big because there's no reference point for the picture. So you can't really get a feel for what the size you're looking at. It'll have internal storage 2 terabytes. USB-C port on the front with power delivery.
2 terabytes is not enough.
Well, I'm sitting here. We're sitting here with an S with half a terabyte. I'd crap my pants for 2 terabytes right now.
2 terabytes, that's
I must go
nothing.
to
If you
Sean.
want that version, an X, to be 2 terabytes, that's nothing. You can get it should be 20 terabytes.
Well, you're probably not wrong. But I don't need to have what Xbox has taught me from my Nintendo days is I don't need all my games all the time. And that is something that Xbox has taught me. With the Switch, I was really like, if I've downloaded it, I need it to possibly play right now. Like, that was my mindset. And once I got the S, I realized, I can't do that. That's impossible to do. Games are going to have to cycle, or else it's literally impossible. So that's one thing Xbox did teach me. I'm good with 2 terabytes. I would be amazed with 2 terabytes. I mean, I'm sitting here with 5 games, one of them being Flight Sim because I like to play that on and off, which is like 120. And then I got Starfield, 120. There's half of my hard drive right there.
Yeah. And that's besides the small games you want to play, you download from Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. It is nuts. I literally got rid of I needed just enough space for Starfield, and I got rid of 2 indie games, which equaled like a gig, and that gave me just enough room to download Starfield. I mean, literally, that hard drive is packed.
Yeah, 20 terabytes sufficient.
Sufficient. Updated technology for this Brooklyn is all new South Bridge to modernize the I/O. I have no idea what that means. Wi-Fi 6.3, so it's a brand new Wi-Fi, less latency, less interference. Bluetooth 5.2. Don't know if that's new. Oh, for improved accessory experience. So apparently it is. And reduced power by 15%. New low power mode is 20% current. And 100% of the packaging is recycled. Good on you, Xbox. So this was supposed to be targeted for 2024. Which means it's probably not 2024 anymore. So is this a 2025 thing, you think? Or are we still seeing it next year?
No, I think that's scrapped.
You think it's scrapped altogether?
Yeah, I think they're going to do something else. Because we had already heard rumors, and who is it from Xbox that said right now we're not thinking about mid-gen refresh or anything like that? Was it the boss?
It was either the boss or Matt Booty, the Xbox
one of them said that we're not thinking about mid-season, not mid-season, but
mid-console
mid-console refresh. The midlife, I don't remember the term. But anyhow, they said that, Xbox said that they're not into that right now. And so not right now, yes, I understand, but in the future for sure. Or they go directly to the next. I don't think they're going to have an upgrade.
That's interesting, Bruce. I mean, I hear you. But man, if they don't, this really did screw them. I mean, this really did. Out of all the leaks, this is the one. Because if they don't do it, people like me are going to hold thinking that they are going to do it. And if they do it, people still hold. It's just like,
Yeah, that's why there's poop on the bed now.
Yeah.
Because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you wait or you don't wait, you don't know what's the truth anymore. And we'll never know, not for another year. Another year, we'll hear something else. But this, I believe, is all scrapped because it's old news. This is news this news is 2 years old?
Probably, yeah. We don't really know. So, I mean, it may vary. Like, obviously,
this is just a mock-up.
Yeah, obviously that game release thing was 3 years old. It was worthy enough though that they gave it to the FTC. I wonder why they gave some of this stuff to the FTC when they. I mean, obviously the game mock-up is wrong, right? I mean that's proven by history. So it's like, well, why did you give it to the FTC when you knew that it wasn't legit? And also, the conspiracy theorist in me makes me think, did you specifically not redact it? But this piece doesn't make sense because this really does. Like I said, this really hurts them. There's no way. Now, I say that, But how many people are like me that's in tuned enough that are like looking at this stuff that have a Twitter timeline filled with this junk that's saying, "Oh, I'm not buying that because there was a leak and a rumor that this thing's coming out, and I'm gonna wait for that thing." I don't know how many Xbox fans there are with that kind of ridiculous, like, I don't know, whatever, like me. That's ridiculous, like me. But yeah, it's a very interesting piece. You could be right. It's something I had never thought of, Bruce, that it's just utterly scrapped.
I don't think people are ready for a non-physical media console, because yes, the companies, PlayStation and Xbox and also Nintendo, are starting to sell just the box with a digital code.
Mm-hmm.
You pre-order a game, you get a digital code with, let's say, the game system. There's no more physical media for that when you pre-order stuff like that, special items. It's slowly changing, but I don't think they're ready to do that, to make that switch. A lot of people that collect the physical media will be going crazy. Hey, what am I going to do with my discs now? Especially the discs with the Series X. People had just bought that. They want to upgrade, but they can't use the disc.
Yep. Yeah, that is true. Mo Spankins brings up a great point too. That they had this Keystone streaming device, which Sean and I were super excited about, and then they just were like, we're having trouble making this work, and it just died on Phil's shelf. So there's that.
That's the streaming device, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
But that's it. That's another thing they gave up on, is streaming. You have a hard time actually logging on to streaming right now with Xbox.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of issues, so they're giving up. It looks like they're going to give the streaming capabilities to someone else to deal with, like Ubisoft.
Yep. Yeah. So I think it's interesting, though, if these documents are 2 years old, and we heard that Sean and I were really expecting Keystone to come out sometime soon. So it's interesting that Keystone's not anywhere on these hardware documents. That, like, I'm surprised we don't see that.
Is Keystone the handheld device?
No, Keystone is this little white box that is supposed to connect. It's kind of like a Roku box that you can have.
Yeah, we saw it in the back of his shelf once.
Yeah. And you connect it to the back, or I'm assuming you connect it to the back of your TV. We don't really know. Sean and I had a good bet going about a hard drive. We'll never know. Well, we might never. Not that we might never know, because as Antonio said, they did say, listen, we're just kind of shelving it for now, pun intended. Because it was too costly. That's what it was. They said, listen, we can't get it down to the price point we want to get it down to right now, so we're shelving it for the moment. That's what they said.
Yeah, but it was already on the shelf.
Yeah, yep. So, we could still see it, but it's interesting to me that there's no documents about Keystone in this major league. But
that was 2 years ago. Yeah, they were talking about it 2 years ago. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the final thing, and to be honest, one of the things that I'm most excited about, not the final. We could talk about this leak. There's enough documents. We could talk about this leak for like 5 hours. There is a trove of documents. Yes. That is exactly the next thing. Is it the Siebel? Is that what they call it? The Siebel Xbox controller. My friends, I want this to be real, Bruce. Don't you tell me they scrapped this. I want this to be real.
No, that could be released now.
Yeah. I absolutely love this. Direct to cloud, Bluetooth 5.2. It plays together with what we just heard about Brooklyn. So
that's a Stadia device, isn't it?
Yeah.
Direct to cloud.
It's like they took bits of PlayStation's controller and bits of Rest Its Soul Stadia, and they smashed it into an Xbox controller. Man, this thing is great. So direct to cloud, Bluetooth 5.2, new mobile app which allows you to see what devices your controller is paired to, precision haptic feedback. There are VCA haptics which double as speakers, an accelerometer, quieter buttons and thumbsticks, great for streamers. rechargeable swapping batteries. Man, I am down. Lift to wake. I am so down for this controller. Please let it be a thing.
I don't like the lift to wake. I would burn out the battery just by moving it from the table to there. And what
Yeah.
if you lift the wake and the whole system turns on and your television goes on?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what wakes and how long.
Yeah, you could set it yourself.
Yeah. So I mean, you're right. That could be problematic. If they did it right, it may not be. It's just like when you turn on your system, your switch system. Excuse me. When you turn on your switch system, if you don't hit the A 3 times, it doesn't stay on very long at all, and it goes right back off. So
Yeah.
so if they did something similar to that, it might not be a big deal. But yeah, I mean,
I have
living
it
in a
set
house
up
with
at home
kids.
that you turn on the Xbox, it turns on the television and
Yep.
gets everything ready.
Yep.
But so if you, let's say the cat or a dog or somebody in the middle of the night knocks the controller over, everything turns on, the TV turns on, all of a sudden, the bright room. Hey, who's there? Who's playing games?
It's like, just imagine like this hum sounds like the whole house just starts to whir. Oh man. Yeah, I was excited. Everybody was talking about a million different things. Nobody really seemed to care about the freaking controller, and that's the document that I like honed in on. I
Me
don't know
too.
that I care for the design, the black on top of the white on top of the black, but I like the
No,
features.
no, it's too shiny. It looks slippery.
Yeah, there is a bit of that. Although the black looks pretty rubber. I think the black might be rubber.
This is a mock-up. It would never come out
Yeah.
that way because it looks like it would fall down on the ground and crack.
Probably. I will say also, this is total squirrel moment because there's got to be one in every Game Pass news podcast. I saw a purple controller out in the advertised by
Yeah.
Xbox on Twitter, and I thought it
Saw
was
that
freaking
this morning.
amazing. I loved it. I wanted it.
Yeah, I
So
tweeted them that I wanted it for my son.
yeah, it looks great.
likes purple.
So I just saw that for the first time after I made our little doc. So there you go. I don't know if you got to look at any other documents. Those were the three main big leaks to me. Also, I mean, I know it's hot.
Yeah.
Phil wanted to buy Nintendo. That's kind of a big talking point that people love to talk about. But those were the three big things that I saw. I don't know. Anything for you, Bruce?
The Nintendo thing. That made
Yeah.
me laugh. It reminded me of PlayStation with that had that rumor that they wanted to buy Nintendo. Everybody
Mhm.
wants to buy Nintendo. Even
Right.
Nintendo wants to buy Nintendo. So I think, I'm sure, of course, every company thought, what if we buy Nintendo?
Yeah.
And I'm sure podcasts even think, what if we ran Nintendo?
Mhm.
See, everybody wants to be Nintendo, but could they handle it? That's the thing. I don't think so.
No.
They're not Japanese. They don't have the Japanese ideas of playing games, and they're just trying to get into the Japanese market. So even thinking of buying a Japanese video game company like Nintendo, forget about it. They're not ready for that, and I don't think they'll ever be. But if something goes wrong with the new Switch, it becomes the Wii U.
Mhm.
Their prices will drop down, meaning their value shares will go
Right.
down. Xbox then can go swoop in and save them.
Yeah. I mean, they're sitting like Phil said. They got a pile of cash from. I mean, they got a war chest. They have multiple war. They got Scrooge McDuck money right now from Switch.
They can take a hit.
Yeah, they could take a hit pretty easy. I would say they could have another
Only
Wii U
one.
and live. Now, if the Switch would have been another Wii U, then that would have probably. I don't know if it would have been the end of it, but it would have made it much more likely. Everybody wants to buy everything, right? I mean, everybody wants to be the
Yeah.
big dog. I don't fault Sean, or I don't fault Phil for this. I don't fault Sean either. He had nothing to do with it. I don't fault Phil for this. He's just talking to his executives in an internal way, saying, "Hey, this would be great. If we got them, this would be great." I do agree with you, Bruce. I think maybe they could handle them at some point, but right now they need to take Activision and really try to get all of their studios and developers marching in a line before they try to figure out who else they want.
Yeah, you don't want to bite off too much you can chew.
Yeah, I think they already have, to be honest. I think you can see that by that document that shows everything being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. They already have too
Yeah.
much. So they really need to stop and figure it out. But I'm sure that Phil's got this checkbook and he's like, well, what else? Gearbox is out there, right? We just talked about that last podcast. Borderlands and all that stuff. Phil's probably like, well, what do you want for that? I can write it. I got more checks. This checkbook goes a long ways. So
I'm sure they're
we'll wait
getting
and
in
see.
line though.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is interesting. These leaks are crazy. I really thought the court system screwed up and leaked all this crap, but no, they did not.
From my understanding, it was a link to a PDF that was sent. Originally, they sent a PDF of
Mhm.
information they were required, but there was another link to that PDF, and that's how it was found. So yeah, that's a big. Somebody pooped the bed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, the court system told Xbox to give them all their stuff redacted, and Xbox just gave them all their stuff. So there you have it. Oh man, on to the dashboard. What have we been playing? Okie dokie. Bruce, what have you been playing, man?
Zelda.
Tears of the Kingdom or Zelda 2?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Tears of the
Zelda
Kingdom.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. So it'll be Breath of the Wild Part 2. Yeah, actually, I've been playing it since its release. And I don't know, I think I have about 100-something hours in it already. And every time I look at the Xbox, I hear, Link, save me. And I grab the controller. Another day, I sneak around the Nintendo Switch and I grab the controller, like you press the button and that turns on and TV switches. And then, Link, help me. And I put down the controller. I said, yes, I will save you, princess. That's what I've been playing.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Doesn't it make you wonder how these guys do it? So like I went to the Starfield channel in Discord and there's John with like peace out Starfield rolling credits. I'm like, how the heck how do you people do this? Like
No,
I
that's not
am
fun.
not good.
He's not having fun. He's rushing through the game. Those games are made to have fun and explore. That's an exploration game. You explore. You don't just run through it. If you want to run through a game, you play a Mario game.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's having fun or not. I'll let him do that. But it does make me. I do think it's crazy. Some of these places that some of these guys that are just like, yep, done, and I'm like, I'm barely out of the tutorial. Why? How?
Yeah.
Why?
One of the main reasons that I'm still playing Zelda is when that came out, I had started already Jedi Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
No, is that
Yeah, Survivor.
the
yeah,
newest
right?
Jedi?
I think
yeah.
that's Survivor.
And yes, the first one was Jedi Fallen Order. That's it.
Yep.
And then
Mhm.
Survivor. Survivor, I was playing on the Xbox and I loved it, but it was a little janky when it first
Sure.
released. It was
Mhm.
pretty janky. And now it seems that they removed the jankiness and put something nicer. It's supposed to be better now. So that's one of the reasons I've been stuck on Zelda, because that game that I had started that I wanted to play so badly, but had trouble playing because it was janky for the Series S, especially. It didn't look good turning around. It wasn't as I was expecting. So I
Mhm.
set it down. I played Tears of the Kingdom, and oh my gosh, what a huge difference. This is what I wanted. I wanted to feel smooth. Because Nintendo took the extra year to polish it, and you can tell it's polished.
Yeah.
And then a few months ago, last month I went back to Jedi Fallen Order. No, sorry, Survivor, and that's when I started hearing Zelda and back in my head. But I tested it out. It didn't look great, so I set it down. But I will go back to it because I'm almost finished. I've actually pushed through the game. I didn't go through everything, open everything, because Tears of the Kingdom is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It is for what it is. But I'm going back to Xbox this weekend.
What for? What's bringing you back? What are you doing?
Survivor, Jedi Survivor,
Oh, okay.
Star Wars,
All right.
man.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been playing, because I'm the kind of guy that wants to play a game and finish the game.
Mhm.
From the conversation that you and I and Sean had about, well, I actually asked a question during one for your shows, one of your episodes, is going back to Nintendo and Xbox with the buttons reverse. It plays with your head.
Yes.
So I went back last month to play, and it didn't look that great. And I'm pressing jump, but I'm not jumping, and the B and the A is reversed, and everything's reversed. So I set it down. I'm going to play this game on Nintendo, and then I'll play it until I'm done, and then go to the Xbox, and I have a plethora of games to play.
Yeah.
That's what I've been playing.
That is for sure you do. Well, that's cool. I have been playing Party Animals, which I talked about a bit. I've played about 4 or 5 games of that. Really good, really fun, great game. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it other than that. It has levels. It's an online only game. You can play with people in your house, but you have to play online. That was the one snafu. They talked about it being an offline experience. It's not offline. It just, you can play with people around the couch. And then I've been playing Starfield, and I don't feel like I'm doing much, but I have been having a fun time doing it. I get done with an hour and a half, and I'm like, what? I don't feel like I did anything. My only new thought about that game in the last probably extra, I don't know, I've probably close to 25 hours now. In the last 10 hours that I didn't have in the previous is that there's not enough gun battles. Like, that's my favorite part about that game, are the gun battles. And sometimes I'll go into a mission and I'm like, yeah. And they'll be like, there was this ship crash, and I thought it was going to come down and they were going to be space pirates, and they'll be like blowing them up. And they were like, hey, don't kill us. We just need a piece. Could you just give us this piece, please? That's all we need. And they're like, and my person's like, well, just give it to him. There's no reason to kill him. And I'm like, can I just kill him? And she's like, but I wouldn't. They just need that. You already have it. And I'm like, fine. So then I give them the piece, and they're like, thanks. And that's it. And like, mission accomplished. And I'm like, just want to have a.
You didn't get a reward?
Oh yeah, you get a reward. The rewards are stupid though, Bruce. I'm sorry. Like, I'll go through a 20-step mission, and then they'll be like 5,000 credits, and I'm like, what? That's like dinner. Like, like a ship costs like 70, like, I don't know, 150. I don't know. It's crazy the amount of money some of this stuff costs. And it's like, got 5. But also, it's still as dumb as the other side, where it's like, well, now I got like 80,000 credits, and this lady's like, I'm gonna kill this person unless you give me 3,000 credits. And I'm like, what? Oh, okay, sure. I'll give you 3,000 credits. Oh, sure, that's fine. You know, like, I don't know. It just, the economic system seems a bit skewed in my mind. It just doesn't.
Really? Is threats like that?
Yeah. It's like, well, listen.
Oh, you're pirates.
Yeah. So it's like, well, listen. You can give me
What
some
happens if
money.
you say, yeah,
or,
do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you get a lot of those kind of things where it's like, well, you know, they'll bribe you for like $3,000 or 3,000 credits, and then you get the choice of like taking the credits or just killing them. And as I've said in previous podcasts, I cannot be a jerk. I want to be a jerk, but I just don't have it in me. And I'm like, fine, just take my money and leave him alone. That's the point, okay? And then I walk away.
Who is the other person?
I don't know. I don't remember. Actually, it's happened quite a few times. This is a common occurrence.
Just let it try it and see what happens.
Yeah, but then
you're not going to see a game over screen or anything like that.
I appreciate your logic. It's true. It's very true. It's super. It makes a ton of sense. But I can't.
It's going to bother you. It's going to bother you not knowing what happens.
Well, it's true. Well, wait. Hold on. I killed a lady. Okay, no, I didn't kill her. I shot her in the leg. Okay. This is a great podcast. I shot her in the leg, and I swear it took me. I had to jump three planetary systems over to pay my bounty so that I could freaking be. I mean, it took forever. So I don't know. No, I can't. I can't, Bruce. If I have to go through that again, I don't know if I'll play. I literally told Sean in a Discord message. I was like, I don't know if I can play this game anymore. I couldn't even get out. I couldn't even get out of the solar system that I was in because everybody kept shooting at me. It was traumatic.
So it's messing with your ethics.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly. I shot the wrong people and it cost Antonio $45,000. And you know what? That's a lot of money and that's a lot of credits and I don't want to lose it. Also, I don't want to deal with how you got to pay it. I want it to be just like, let me go to the plus system or like walk up and talk to somebody and just pay my bounty. But no, it's too much. I can't handle it. Anyways, that's what I've been playing, plus Pikmin, because, gosh, that is a game that just keeps on giving, even when you wish it wouldn't. So there's that, and we're going to finish that game before I retire. That's my plan. Anything else before we go into Party Chat, Bruce?
How long has it been since, well, you've been playing that since its release, right? Pikmin 4?
Yeah.
How long has it been now?
Well, it was July. I think we have 29 hours into it. Obviously, the amount of time we put into it slowed as of September because stupid school. These kids got to go to school these days. It's ridiculous. And, the wife doesn't like too many video games while school's going on. Adulting people. That's the problem in the world.
I agree with that, though.
No, you're very. I do too. I'm just kidding. But no, we got done. We 100% each planet. We could have finished it way long time ago, to be fair. But we won 100% each planet, and so we beat the fourth planet. We were flying off into space. We were like, "Woo, we're done!" And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, the dog's hurt. We got to go back to one more planet to save them." I'm like, "F you. We don't." I mean, listen, you want to talk about a Starfield moment. If I could have Starfield that, I'd have been like, don't worry about the dog. Let's just call this game done.
Just when you think it's over, they pull you back in.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. So there you go. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, you're taking your time with that because you're not playing alone. You're playing with your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. So moving on, we will go in the party chat where it's me and Bruce, and all you chatters can just have some fun talking about life.
It's party time! Woohoo! Oh yeah!
Oh, Bruce, what's up, man? What's been going on in life with you lately?
I just need to point out the elephant in the room because in the video screen, the guy above me does not look like me.
I never even thought about it. I was just like, well, there's only two of us, so I'll just keep using this one. I just totally never thought about it.
I feel like I'm in someone else's room.
He's just watching over you. He's like, you better not do anything I don't like. I'm looking. I'm waiting to see. Oh man,
he forgot his bike helmet. I could see.
Note to self: make another overlay for guests when it's just the two of you. That doesn't include Sean's face. So yeah, that's funny. That actually, I did not even think about that. Is life going good? How's the family? Everybody good?
We're all good. And we're all good, healthy.
Good.
No complaints.
Is there a COVID surge over there in your area? No, just Americans.
No,
we're dumb.
COVID surge?
We're dumb.
No COVID surge, but there's talk about it coming back, of course, every winter, but we just have to be careful.
Yep. Yeah,
there's a surge in your area?
Yeah, for sure. We've had. I mean, it's not as life-threatening, I guess is the right way to say it, as it was, 2 years ago. I mean, most people have a vaccine. Most people are, it doesn't mean the same thing when you get COVID nowadays as it did 2 years ago, obviously. So yeah, but there definitely is a surge over here, for sure. But my family's all healthy so far. So, cross fingers. Well,
yeah, keep your hands clean.
That's right. Wash your hands, folks. Do it. Hey, did you watch the Nintendo Direct at all?
I did, yes.
Are you interested in any of it?
I actually don't remember it.
Yeah, right? What about are you interested in Princess Peach?
Not at all.
Not
I
at
showed
all.
it to my wife,
Mhm.
and she said, not for her. It seems a little for the younger crowd, but it looks fun. It looks very cute, and
Yeah.
I love it. I love the Detective Peach
Mhm.
aspect and
Mhm.
stuff like that. It looks fun, but it's not for us.
Sure. Sure. Why can I think of I was just going to say the guy that sucks everything in. What's his name? It reminds me of that game.
Come on, starts with a K.
The pink guy. Kirby.
Kirby.
Thank you. He reminds me of a Kirby game. Is what it reminds me of. She's just like turning into different things and doing all the different stuff, and yeah, it reminds me of a Kirby game, and I'm down for it. We'll definitely get it. My daughter will fall in love with it. It'll be one of those games for sure that I'll probably
Physical or
watch her
digital?
play. What?
Physical or digital?
Digital. I do everything digital.
Oh, is that right?
I'm a sucker. Yeah. I don't
I
have
hope
much.
it's not with Unity.
Hey, that's not on me. I'm sorry, developers. So yeah, no, I'm a sucker. I do everything digital. Well, not everything. That's not entirely true. Now with like Pokemon games, especially now with my daughter, she's getting into Pokemon games too. So when it comes to my daughter, when it comes to Pokemon games, we do physical so we can trade the cards. I beat the game and then I hand it over to Noah and he'll like beat it, like do 100% on it. But now in the
How
last
many
couple
switches do you have in
months,
the house?
we have three. But one is Dad's only. Nobody touches it. One's a family switch, and then one is Noah's switch, which we need a daughter's. Well, need first world problems. We don't need nothing. We need one switch. So let's shut up. We don't need any switches, but all we really have to have is one. But we have three, and we will probably be getting my daughter a switch. She's right above me, so if I say it too loud, she can literally hear me. So at some point, but right now they swap back and forth with Noah's most of the time. He has a switch light. Literally could not think of the name of what it was called. The one that doesn't dock.
We have 4 at home.
4? Nice.
We have 3 switch lights and 1 main switch, an Animal Crossing switch, actually.
There you go.
So my wife has a light. Both my kids have one each. You know what? You know why?
What?
Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
When that came out, I bought Animal Crossing for my wife, and then my daughter wanted to play on her island at the same time. And then, okay, so we'll get you a Switch too. So we ended up with 3. It's because of not Pokemon. I'm sorry, Animal Crossing. That's why we have so many Switches, and they don't even touch it anymore. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I try to sell it, but no, I want to play. But
do you though? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get that. Hey, I did see. I just realized. So we do have some questions. I failed.
Okay.
So one is from Sean specifically for you. He asks, so you haven't played Starfield, right? We know, no.
No.
But if you decide to ever play Starfield, what Star Wars themed ship would you like to try to make?
Not the Death Star.
That would be pretty hard.
I see that in the notes there. You just make a big circle.
Dude, making ships is an art. It takes time.
Is it not like Microsoft Paint?
Yeah, I wish, man. I just wanted to add an armory bay, and it took me like an hour to figure out how to get it in there. I got it in there, and then I needed bigger engines, but then the engines didn't fit. Oh, geez, it's a mess, let me tell you. Anyway, so what else would you like?
The Executioner. It's Darth Vader's ship. Or no, the Executor. The Executor.
Nice. I got to look this up now.
Yeah, it's Darth Vader's ship. It's the big white one, pointed ones. It's just Google Darth Vader ship.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see it here. Oh, yeah, you could make this. This is cool, for sure. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, but Star Wars ships, yeah, there's so many, and there's so many that are cool. TIE fighters, uh, there's so many.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That's the answer to that.
Hambone, what's your favorite side mission or quest line in Starfield? Well,
I'll
Hambone.
tell him. I have an answer for him.
Okay.
Nothing.
You heard it first here. There it is.
I will eventually try it out when I get Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I have a favorite one so far? I haven't done that many, to be honest. They take forever. They take for freaking ever. I feel like I should take a screenshot of what I've done, and there's some of these have so many steps. So I don't know, Hambone. I applaud you in your ability to like knock out games in a ridiculous amount of time. It does not bode well for me. It's not something I can do.
What does a side mission in Starfield consist of?
Dude, there was like 10 steps in the last one I did. Like I went to Mars, I talked to a guy, I talked to another guy, I had to go to this deep space, I don't know. It's just so many, there's so many steps. And so then I did another mission where I went to you go to one planet, you talk to a guy, and then he's like, no, they're over here. So then you got to fly there. You got to talk to that guy. Then you have to like solve this little puzzle, put all these little power blocks in. Then you listen to the distress message because he's in trouble because he got taken by somebody. So then you go fly to another planet. Oh, nope, that got crashed. So then you like talk to that guy and he's like, oh, well, no, he's not here anymore. He went to another one. Okay, all right, fine. So then you hop back in your ship and you go find him, and then you fight a few guys, and there he is, and he's like, well, you can kill me or you can pay him money, and it's like, well, I'll just pay you money, and that, yeah, and and so it's like 5 planets later, about 10 steps in, complete, and it's like, oh my gosh. Then and that's just one, and there's like a bazillion. I think I have a bazillion quests. That's the legitimate number that I have.
This is why it took 10 years.
That's right?
It was just side missions.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
it took them 3 years to make the game, but side missions that took 7.
Red Tape Runaround. The quest is called the Red Tape Runaround. It had like 10 steps, says Antonio. See? I mean, there you go. I mean, yeah. Also, Antonio has a question for us. What is the most you'll pay for the Switch 2 at launch?
Are you asking me?
Oh,
I don't
he's
see the
asking both
question
of
anywhere.
us. He's asking both of us. It's in the the chat.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry. For me, the most I would pay is nothing. I would enter a giveaway.
I love your answers. They're always and he will too. That's not just like a puff answer. Bruce is like always in those things. You've won quite a few things, have you not?
Yes and no, but that's for another day. That's for another episode.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's for the next time he cashes in.
To be honest, I don't see myself buying another handheld Switch because I have an Xbox, and I don't play enough Nintendo games. I wouldn't be playing enough Nintendo to validate myself to buy another Nintendo console unless it's a new Zelda game.
Okay. All right.
I love the Nintendo games on Nintendo, but I got burnt a few times buying third-party games on a Nintendo device like Mortal Kombat. And it's still having issues because it's not for that. It's for the next one and K1.
Sure.
But that I'm excited for its release. But no, I'm not interested in buying the new Nintendo Switch anytime, not even in its release in 2024. It really has to be superb for me to jump onto it.
Sure. I mean, it somewhat depends on what we're looking at here when it comes to features, to be fair. But off the cuff, 350, like 350 seems like the number that I'm willing to put down for a Switch 2. they could
How much
get
was the
me
first
to a
one when it came out?
$3.99.
Or
Isn't it
$3.50?
wasn't it $2.99? I thought it was
I
$2.99.
don't remember.
I mean, the
waited
price hasn't gone down at all. I
almost
just
a year
haven't bought
after.
one in a long time.
Well, now you get a free game and free year of online as well.
How much is a Switch? Oh, it's $350. I guess it is $350. For some reason, I thought it was
$2.99.
They're still selling those things for $350.
Well, now you get a game and a year subscription of their online service.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's something. Not this one. This is just this is renewed too. You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, you're not looking in the right place.
Well, I might not be. I'm looking on Amazon.
That's not there. It's a third-party seller.
Maybe that's possible. $300. Nintendo Switch gray Joy-Cons, $300. 9 left. $299. That's what I thought it was. $299. That's what stuck out in my head. And then they're selling the new Super Mario U Deluxe full game, blah 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 blah, for $350, and then the OLED is $350 as well. Yeah, so the OLED's $350. The other
yes,
one,
the OLED.
yeah, the other one's $299, and then it looks like the Switch Lite is $200 now. At least that's kind of what I'm seeing. $190 something.
Are you buying the Animal Crossing Switches?
You mean? I already have one.
No, the lights, the new light ones.
Oh no. Heavens no. No, so I did a hard stop. I was buying every Joy-Con for a very long time. And I had like 10 Joy-Cons, and I looked at my wall of Joy-Cons and I was like, what the hell am I doing, Nick? This is the stupidest thing. Yeah, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Like, I just had this moment. And so I actually have the Sword and Shield. No, not Sword and Shield. Skyward Sword. The Zelda Skyward Sword Joy-Cons in the box because I had bought them just as they were coming when I had this revelation. So I'm just hanging on to them, and at some point I'll sell them when the price is right. So, because I'm a horrible person.
Oh, it's unopened, yes.
Unopened, yeah, completely unopened. So
it's still good value.
Yeah. So I will I would say $399 then. Because OLED's $350 right now. So $399 is what I'd pay out of the, I guess, off the cuff. Anything to get me above 400, I don't know. There'd have to be something pretty awesome, like something crazy. So
that's what I'm telling you. That it has to be something different. It has to be something that's not a Nintendo Switch for me to continue with them. Yes, I have a Switch. It's not an OLED. I would like to have an OLED, but I don't use it enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. OLED is nice, but if you don't have a TV that's connected to it, that's not an OLED or 4K, it does absolutely nothing for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's slightly faster, but come on. No, it needs to be huge for me to want to go continue buying another one.
Yeah. No, and I mean, they need to do, so I actually want it to just be another Switch, to be honest. I just want it. What I would love is for them to be like, hey, Switch 2, OLED now is the base of $299. Okay. So that's your regular Switch. The regular Switch is gone. OLED's now the baby. It's at $299. Switch 2 is at $350, and there you go. And all I want is a refresh. Just give me some more stuff, higher GPU, blah, 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 blah. Give me that, and I will feel pretty happy. And if it's enough stuff, I'll pay $399. That's what I'll say.
I would like to connect my Xbox to my... I want to play my Xbox games with the Switch.
Yeah, me too. Phil wants you to too, but Nintendo doesn't want you to. So
no, they don't want to.
Yeah,
Game Pass.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Nintendo wants nothing to do with that Game Pass. But we shall see. I think there is a possibility, a path for that to happen. So we'll see if that actually.
The only way that's going to happen is if Xbox buys Nintendo.
Well, I think there's another path. I think there's another way it could happen, but that's the easiest. Well, easiest for us, not for
Oh,
Phil.
wait a minute. Isn't Xbox Bethesda games going to be on Nintendo Switch?
That's the other path.
We
yeah.
don't. We're not clear on how it's going to get there.
Yeah.
Because those games are probably going to be probably going to be a better hard drive in the new better processor and all in the new Switch. But will it be physical games from Bethesda? Would you like to have a Bethesda cartridge on the Nintendo?
No,
Digital, right?
that's right. Yeah, but no,
As
I mean,
long as it's not streaming.
yeah. No, I think it's either got to be card or streaming though. That's just legitimately. I mean, there's no, yeah. No. I don't know how much those cards can hold. I don't know. Not real sure, but
Well, the new ones probably would have more because the games are all getting bigger, even for Nintendo.
right. Yeah, for sure. But I do think the first way we'll see Bethesda games is streaming, to be honest. I think that'll be the first way they come out. And then
Not on
maybe
Game
we'll get
Pass.
some on cart. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Well, all right, sir. Anything else before we call this a show?
No. I'm done.
I am done as well. Guys, thank you so much. Antonio, Mo Spankins, Just Being Bruce. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I think that was everybody. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Just Being Bruce, thank you for being here, man. You are an amazing listener.
My pleasure.
Love chatting with you every time. And you have a great night. And I am slaughtering this because I don't do the outro. So that's just how it is. See you later, guys.
Bye, friends.